TikTok is facilitating abuse onto disabled LGBTQ women. They just close tickets and they don't support anything. I have hundreds of these. None of my posts contain any of this. And yet they just close tickets. Your valuable information is passed on. No, it's not. So what's happening is that other users, most of the time they're fake users, and they're private accounts, and they're fraudulent accounts. Okay, so somebody can go and make up a bunch of fraudulent accounts, and they know that they can go into your posts and they stalk you. They really do that. I mean, it's cyber stalking is what it is. And the wilder thing is that when this all goes to a case, because I'm submitting every single one of these as a full-on formal fucking complaint, the same way that I'm doing for the police, and the same way that I'm doing about this neighborhood community that literally, like, me sitting here is such a fucking problem for these people. I'm at my mom's house. She's lived here over 20 fucking years. I'm gonna be here a lot. Whether I'm outside or inside, what's happening is these fake accounts are attacking talented people. They're attacking intelligent people. They're attacking people who are spreading the word of peace and unity, community. Because this app, it seems, because I've seen some wild posts on here, and I've not done anything near what some of these posts are, but it seems that this app wants to engineer and put out like real, like, trashy, skanky stuff, nasty stuff. They it's like they like the drama that goes on from stirring the shit up. This is not psychological. It's not psychologically safe. It's not proximately safe. Where we have, entire people, like, just go, if you say something about anybody, particular people who are actually doing horrible stuff in the world, leaders of whole countries that we had way better options to choose from. They'll come in here and they'll attack innocent people. I don't recognize this environment. It's so much worse in America. It's horrible. You go to different I go to a different gas station or whatever, and somebody yelled out, why don't you go to the McDonald's or the police or the somewhere else, to use their internet? Why do I have to? This is my mom's house. And as a matter of fact, I wasn't going to post publicly all of the stuff that I've been finding on the Facebook app, which TikTok has a problem. TikTok and Facebook are in competition with each other. So when you go to post stuff from TikTok to Facebook, Facebook reduces and restricts you and shadow bans you, and the vice versa. If you talk about Facebook on here, and this is the thing, platforms, you need to know that, like, you're not the only one. And if it was such a problem for us to talk about any of the other platforms like YouTube or anything else, you don't get to strategize forcing people to just use TikTok and not mention these other platforms. Because I'm here to tell you that just using TikTok, your reach could be great if we didn't have people in the community and on this app who are so petty and so sick in the head that they want to sit here and report on everything that you do to control you from a keyboard. There is not a single one of you, or they get real slick with their words, the way that they spell stuff. Like, that's what blew my mind. People were literally spelling the N-word, calling people the N-word on this app in people's life. I mean, a whole slew of them. 5, 6 people come into a live and just start, they use numbers and spaces and codes. It's still what you're doing and saying. And those words are not covered by freedom of speech. Freedom of expression, but your freedom of expression, your freedom of speech, you don't get the right to harm people. You just don't. That's where the law does not protect you. And whereas so many people are so afraid to speak up and speak out, there's way more victims of these particular kinds of crimes and stalking out here than people will talk about, because they're scared to put themselves up here. I'm not going to give in to the fear that you are trying to inject us with on this app, on any other, or in the environment itself. You don't want to get afraid? Stop watching the fucking news, because that's basically engineered. They're like, this is levying war on the people. That's what it is. In this country and in so many others. Telling one country that they're, telling the people of your country that this other country is just such a horrible country. Meanwhile, the country that's saying that person over there, that country over there, all those people that are in there are all the same. They're literally over there exploiting them and trying to take shit that doesn't belong to them, or try to get it for super cheap so that they bend. Using that force. That's what Make America Great is all about. It's about a great force. A great, horrible, authoritarian, parent. We should just call CPS on our fucking government right now as Americans. Seriously. And people on this app, if you don't have a life, why aren't you reading books to your kids? You're trying to blame people like me, or people that you think are like me, because you've never even stopped to have a conversation with me. You're trying to blame your kids' upbringing on being around people that are diverse. That's ridiculous. But that's also, putting that propaganda out is levying war on its own people. That, defined in the Constitution, is treason. And under the treason, Article 3.3, an entire cabinet and president can be removed from this country. So why isn't the other team pulling the cards? Why isn't the Democrats doing anything? Why are these apps engineered and geared towards harming particular groups of people? I know it. I see my cousins getting harmed. They're out here spreading love, and they're exercising, and books that they've written and stuff. And they're just getting one restriction after another restriction after another restriction. That's what this app is for, yeah? Unless this app itself has been engineered and tailored and tweaked to monitor and pinpoint particular people who are speaking of love and unity and treating each other with respect and kindness and looking out for each other. If you're labeling people like that a restriction, and you're shadow banning, and you're reducing their likes, you're shutting down their voice, that says a whole lot about this little toy. So learn as many languages and speak them. I saw this one post. This person was upset and crying and saying, just because my skin is brown and we speak a different language, we're being targeted by the ICE people. Well then, all of us just need to start learning and speaking different languages. That's how we counter this. If they want to hate, we counter it with love. So this app and any other that is engineered and geared towards automated colonization or recolonization, you've taken something that we could have used to build international wellness, and you've engineered it to make people sick and to hurt people. I'll leave you with that.